Hello, I am Eve, and I like to write poetry, and I like to write romantasy. I love romance, but I also love mermaids. Well, today I want to talk about building a daily writing habit. If you have a social media presence, then you probably already know that daily posting is the way to go. The algorithm forgets about us really fast, unless we're already famous, in which case we already made it somehow. But most of us have not already made it and are on that long road to made it. We are making it right now. It's a proper tense, I guess, for that sentence. Today I'm talking about creating a daily writing routine. I write every single day. Sometimes sometimes I'm in a really great mood and then I skip my writing. How do I write every day? I have worked for years to create a daily writing habit or routine. I do so. I write every single day and I like it that way. I use the writings in different ways. So what I'm saying is not that I write on my book or my story every single day. However, that I write every day. My book or my story is not the only thing that I write, and it cannot be for me. The way that my head works, if I give it only one thing to work on, hello, Malily. I think that could be your name. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. But I am talking about daily writing. I write poetry. I just love poetry. It's the most important thing to me, the most fun thing in the world. It is beautiful, very enjoyable. There's a lot of poets out there. Hello, Rachel, and thank you for joining me. And poets love to have readers read their poems, and so it supports them. And yeah, poetry is really amazing. It's an amazing way to get things out of us and even use it for healing. It's a type of journaling for me. I'm receiving text messages from my lover. I was just texting him some sexy texts. Hello, Shanti Mangro. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me. Today I am talking about creating a daily writing routine. I have been working on it for years. I started as a blogger and now I write every single day. Now, of course, when I'm writing, I'm not saying that I'm always writing on my story or the book. Oh, my lover is texting me. Or the book that I am working on writing. However, what I did is I got my brain used to writing and creating stories all the time for me. They may not be aligned with what I'm working on, but what I'm talking about is creating a habit that is so habitual that I don't even have to work on it. So what does that mean? If I'm driving, I'm thinking poems and parts of my story. My story has developed so fast that there's no way that I can write it down that fast, which is why I'm going to make a video or an audio and tell you really all the parts of my story, because I cannot even write that fast as I think. So again, what I have done is I have gotten my mind used to writing all the time, to creating things for me. I don't even live in the real world anymore, to be very, very honest. Hello, Christian. Thank you for joining me. My lover takes care of the bills and stuff like that. Like, I don't even know. Hello, user 866. So, in other words, I do have support. I have the support of my lover to do this because, like I said, I don't even live in the real world. So, I'm not sure that you can do what I do. Okay? I'm simply telling you what I do. But what I do is I have gotten my brain used to creating on auto mode. I don't even have to think about it. I just create. So this is why I started doing some writing exercise. Hello, person. Thank you for joining me. And Rockstar Book Lover. Book Lover. I'm a book lover too, of course. And the Klein Train. Cool name. And Jones Drew 5. Thank you for joining me. Debbie and Rico Wolf. I'm talking about writing every single day. How do I do it? Well, hey G Taurus, one thing that I started doing, of course, I don't even need more ideas because I have plenty of ideas. But since I see that some people don't have a whole lot of ideas, I like to share these ideas for the people who don't have enough of them. And one thing that I started doing was writing with tarot cards. Tarot cards contain all the human drama. So let's say that you're writing a story and you run out of drama. If you pull out a tarot card, it can give you an idea of just one possible drama to add into your story. And it will be a very human drama because all the drama in tarot is human. Hello, Santos Amayas. Thank you for joining me. G Fella 83, Bobby, follow TikTok, and author Adam Fam. Thank you for joining me. Welcome. I'm happy to see you guys here. I'm gonna be on maybe for another, let's see, maybe 5 minutes. But what I'm talking today is the fact that I've built a daily writing habit. One thing that helps me is communicating with other authors and having a community. For example, on TikTok, I have my friend Elena. She's the coolest person to me on TikTok and my best friend here on TikTok. And just having her, seeing her, texting her, having her comment on my video, that makes me want to come back. Totally, absolutely. And then on X, I have a lot of friends on X, poetry friends, because I'm a poet. And then I'm a better poet because of them, because I'm talking to them all the time. They comment on my poems and vice versa. So how can you have a daily writing habit? I like to receive inspirations from everywhere. Since I start with poetry, I can get inspiration from anywhere, but I think anyone can get inspiration from anywhere, unless you're writing something very specific, like history. In that case, you need historical information. But I actually do write from history, and what I do is I use historical information for that. Now, the story that I am writing, I'm not even pitching it today because I'm talking about writing in general. The story that I am writing is about a siren. So what I started doing is I followed a whole bunch of groups that had to do with the beach. The beach, of course, it's lovely. It's gorgeous. Sirens will live in the sea. So beach lovers could potentially be siren or mermaid lovers, right? So what I started doing is I started following those groups, and whenever I see a gorgeous image, it inspires a tiny little poem, some of which are good enough ideas to actually include in the story. So what I'm saying is not that I'm necessarily working on the story, but I am getting my inspiration close in the vicinity, right? So if the mermaid lives and the siren lives in a cave under sea, then I'm looking at the beach because while I'm a human, the beach is where the sea meets the siren's realm. So it brings my inspiration towards that. And then again, not all the ideas are good enough for the book. Some of them are just for me missing the beach because I'm Cuban. However, some of them perfectly fit in the story, and all of them can use as promotional pieces for the people who do follow my story page. Then they can see these really cool little beach poems, and everybody likes the beach anyways. But anyways, writing beach poems keeps me beach interested and in the vicinity of the inspiration for my book, which again will be taking place in the sea. However, the siren is gonna be out of the sea, so that she's gonna be wanting to see the sea and visit the sea and return to the sea and all these kind of things. So then again, I'm just talking about building a daily writing habit. If you have any questions or ideas, you can definitely leave me a comment. I'll reply when I see it. I'm gonna let you go for now, but We're going to talk about this again because I really love this topic. And then we're going to talk about my story, poems, Spanish and English, and a bunch of other stuff too, because I just cannot stay on one topic all the time. Yeah, but I give my mind jobs to work on while I do whatever else. So when I drive, when I do the dishes, when I work, when I sleep, all these ideas develop into text that is really literally good enough to share. Thank you so much for watching, reading, listening, and hanging out with me. This was Eve Lovestar. I'm a poetess, and I'm a writer of romantasy. Much love. Bye.